What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 30 to Life. I'm Uso Ron, and today we got a special guest. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself and let y'all know where he's from. Go ahead, Uso.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, my name is Vika. For other people, I'm known on the street by Vee Dog. I'm from Santa Ana, Orange County.
Right. Santa Ana, Orange County. Is that LA area?
No, that's a county next to LA.
Oh, okay. What was it like growing up, as far as your childhood goes in Santa Ana? Did you always live there or did you come from Samoa?
I came from Samoa when I was young, I got here, I was 9 years old. Came, my parents brought us over here, for a better life, better school, but, things happen,
Right.
So, when we first got into Santa Ana, man, I just, to start hanging out with the wrong crowd, man. And I got involved in the gangs, drugs, everything that, we all also as gang members got involved into.
Yeah.
Criminal activity,
Yeah. Was there a lot of Usos in your area in Santa Ana?
Yeah, Santa Ana, in the 80s, it was a big small community in Santa Ana. But now it ain't that big as, back then.
Okay. So mainly growing up there, then you grew up around our peoples then mostly.
Yeah.
Was the other islanders there that were there at the time when you moved there? Were they involved in gangs?
Yeah, when I first got there, it was, my older homies that I grew up, like my brothers, I always look up to them growing up. They were involved in gangs too, but, I grew up, you wanted to be like them. And, and I got involved.
What gangs were you involved in out there, if you want to mention it?
Yeah, I'm from Small Posse.
Okay. Yeah, I heard of that.
That's the main gang from Santa Ana.
Yeah.
Main small gang from Santa Ana.
Yeah, that's a pretty big Uso gang right there. So you got involved with gangs and everything. How was it for you as far as school goes and things like that? Were you a good student or were you messing up in school too?
No, when I first, when I got here from Samoa, I was in the fourth grade. I think my elementary years was good. As soon as I got to the upper level, I started acting up. I started hanging out with my young homies, and we just, knuckleheads and didn't care about nothing, man. So
Yeah. Okay. Was you getting in trouble to the point where you ending up in juvenile halls and things like that?
My first time in juvenile hall, when I went to juvenile hall, I was 14. I was in and out of juvenile hall. After juvenile hall, I was in and out of county jail. And after that, I ended up in prison.
So you gradually made your way up. So you went through the small time for a while. I mean, because I've met people that, just went straight to prison. It's crazy. But so you got involved in all the gangs, went to juvenile hall and things like that. So if you don't mind me asking you, what was your committing offense for juvenile hall the first time?
I was into stealing cars.
Yeah.
Doing burglaries. All the normal thing that us kids was doing back then. I thought it was normal, but that's just the way we were back then.
Yeah. Was it the 90s or the 80s or early 80s?
No, it was in the early 80s.
Early 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was pretty rough back then, man. So what happened after that? You ended up going to prison. What led up to prison? Were you just like constantly getting in trouble? Were you involved with drugs, or just, you know, the gang life just really got more tough and putting in work?
Yeah, before I caught this murder case, man, I went back to Samoa in '89, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, I went to go visit my biological mom. Stayed over there in Samoa till about 7 months, you know, and I ended up going to see my biological father in Hawaii after that. In 19, I think it was the 91, I got a call, you know, from my family over here that, you know, that my mom, you know, my auntie that raised me passed away. You know, I came back and, you know, for a funeral, and 2 months, no, a month after the funeral, I got shot.
Wow.
I got shot by rival gang members, and probably 2 months after that, I caught my murder case.
Wow.
It was a gang-related murder case, you know, that gave me 19 to life, and I ended up in prison.
Wow. Wow. So you go back and you know, you're going to go see your aunt that raised you, and you're at the funeral and everything. So you're hanging out, and not too long after that, you get shot by some rivals. Were you just hanging out at home, or were you in the streets like that when you came back?
Yeah, we were coming back from a football game that we had with another neighborhood, and on our way, dropping off one of my homies, rival gang members blocked off me, and it was me and my brother and my sister-in-law, and shot towards us. You know,
Man.
Me and my brother was in the back. I was the only one that got hit.
Damn, that's crazy. So was it a serious wound, or you know, how?
Yeah,
what happened?
It was a serious wound, because I ended up carrying a colostomy bag, you know, on my side for a whole year.
Right.
I was in the county jail fighting my case with that colostomy bag on.
Damn. So what did they break you off?
They broke me out with 15 plus 4.
15 plus 4, so 19 to life. Okay.
Yeah, 19 to life.
What year was this?
That was in 91.
Wow. Damn, that's crazy. So was that your first time in county jail?
No, I was in and out of county jail, but that was
Yeah.
my first time fighting a murder case in county jail.
Right. So was there any, what was it? A first degree, second degree? Was there any special circumstances?
They tried to give me a first degree murder at first.
Right.
You know, they trying to hit me with a premeditated murder. But I ended up fighting it, and I beat it down to a second degree murder. Okay. So now it's down to a second degree murder. You got to go to prison.
So what reception did you hit for your first time in the penitentiary?
At Orange County Reception Center at that time was Donovan.
Donovan?
Yeah, I hit the Donovan yard on a 4-yard.
Oh, okay. Now, when you hit Donovan, did you already, like, were you laced up about prison or anything like that, or was it just kind of a whole new experience for you?
I was kind of new a little bit, you know, what was going on, you know, about OSO car. So because I had a brother that at that time in prison, you know, he laced me up how things were running in there, you know, and plus I had other homies that was in prison that I was talking about, you know, things that was happening there. So
right.
Basically, I knew a little bit.
That's good. It was not like me. I didn't know shit when I hit the penitentiary.
You know, when I first came in, man, I based all that went out to, you know, all that stuff they told me went out to pocket, because when I came to prison, I was crippin'.
Right,
You know,
right, right.
I was cuz this, cuz that.
Yeah,
There was a lot of good Usos that was already locked up at the time when I hit my first main yard, and schooled me about what was going on in there.
yeah.
So
Man, let me take you back to that first day though. You arrived at reception, man, and you got this 19 years to life sentence, man. Was you feeling like all doom and gloom, or were you angry at the world? I mean, how was you feeling? Because like for me, I was angry at the world. I got in a fight my first day in reception, right in the holding tanks. So how about you though? How did you feel? You know what I mean? You felt like I was never going home?
oh, when I got sentenced, I already accepted that I was gonna die in prison. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Because of what I've heard, a lot of issues that doing life was never going home. So when I got that life sentence, I already accepted it. So I came in to prison with that mentality, like fuck everybody,
Yeah.
So the same thing as you. When I hit my first reception center, 2 weeks later, I ended up fussing my school next door and my next door neighbor for making a lot of noise. So I ended up fussing him, and I ended up in the hole for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So that was my first experience in the hole. When
Yeah.
I first got into reception center.
Right. Right. Man, that's some crazy shit. So after the reception center, man, I mean, I assume that you're gonna go straight to level 4. But
Yeah.
what prison did they send you off to after that?
I went to Tashby. I went to
Tehachapi.
Tashby 4 yard, level
Okay.
4. So
What was
I
it
was
like
there.
hitting that yard there?
When I first got there, running into Usos that were already there, and for me, man, I was about that gang banging,
Yeah.
so ain't nobody could tell me nothing. You know what I mean? So I was sagging my pants. I had my long hair at the time. You know what I mean? Braiding my hair to the Uso pull me aside, man, and like, come here, youngster, let me talk to you, man.
I had
So
those
yeah,
same talks.
I mean, yeah, man. But all the Muslims that gave me that schooled me, man, gave me that good advice about who we were and
Yeah.
what we were about. So I gave it to the Muslims, man.
Yeah, man. They paved the way for us, and they made it, somewhat more comfortable when we came in there as possible. I mean,
Yeah.
that alofa, that love, man, that we get from our usos there, man. It's just hard to explain, man. But so you hit there, and you still kind of hard headed. I went through the same shit. You know what I mean? And but after a while, you get with the program and everything. So what do you start doing? Do you start doing some trades, or do you just kind of just regular program? How was your program?
Tashby, man, I wasn't really there long,
Oh, okay.
because I was only in the yard for like 2 months, and I ended up getting into a fight with a Palangi dude in the day room.
Mm.
I ended up going to the hole for that. So I was in the hole for 2 months, 60 days. So once I got out of the hole, uh, they had everybody put up, they were asking people if they wanted to, go up to this new prison, Centinela at the time. Centinela was opening up, and I signed up for it, and I left after I got out of the hole.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I was only in Tashby probably 6 months, man.
Yeah.
The most.
Right. Okay. So you go to this new prison, you're out the hole. Do you stay out of trouble now, or do you start normal programming and getting some trades, or you just kind of still in the mix?
Nah, in the 4 yards, man, we we didn't care about no trades or
Yeah. Yep.
It was all about hanging out in the yard with Uzos and doing our thing, man. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, I was on the 4-yard for 19 years. You know.
Damn. So you never went down. Oh, to the end. Yeah, we talked about that.
You know, I mean, I wasn't, you know, I said I've been down 29 and a half years, almost 30.
So you did almost 30 years on a 19 to life sentence.
Yeah.
Damn, that's some crazy shit. Man, for some of y'all don't know, man, I met this Uso in High Desert. And this Uso right here, man, good Uso, man. He showed me nothing but love over there, man. Man, when I met you in High Desert, Uso, how long had you been there?
You got there, what, in 2000?
Yeah, yep.
And when you got there in 2000, I got there in 98.
Okay.
When you got there in 2000, I don't know if you were there for the riot that we had with the Maoris over there.
Right, I just got there.
You just got there. I just barely got out of the hole for that.
Oh, okay.
I remember you though, man. You know, you came in there, you're young, man. You know what I mean? I remember that little meeting that was supposed to have that you end up going to the visit, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
And yeah, I remember that, man. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, man. I was like, man, I don't want to do it, but I gotta go. I haven't seen my mom in years,
good,
you know. So, and she was sick at the time. But yeah, you know how it goes. But man, so you were there for a little while. I remember when I showed up there too, because you know how you have to stay in the cell for a little while, you know, before they let you out. So I was in this. I think I was locked down for a couple of days before they let me out. But my first day out, I was on C lower. My first day out, I come out and I'm saying what's up to the homies and all, and they looking at me funny, like telling me to be quiet and shit. And I didn't know what was going on. That's how ignorant I was to paying attention to the yard. But as soon as I turned around, I saw we were in the middle of a face-off with the Maoris. My first day on the yard. So, you know, it was that place, man. I'm telling you, man, that was a whole different beast out there. But so how long did you stay there in High Desert?
In High Desert, I was there from 98 until 95. I mean, 2005, I ended up leaving. I was going to Yosemite Calipat. So from Calipat, I stayed there about 9 months until I went to Centinela level 3. That was the first time I went to level 3 in 2006. And I was only on the yard for 2 weeks in Centinela, and I kicked up a riot over there on the yard with us and the Maoli. And they shot me right back to High Desert. That's when I went back to High Desert in 2007.
Oh, shit.
I went back to High Desert, man. I was,
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't really want to talk about that.
Okay.
Man. You know, that's just, that's house business.
So you did about 28 years, 29 years, and then you end up on a level 3. Then you get in trouble and you go back to High Desert. How long you were there until you finally just walked out of these gates, though? Because you served about almost 30.
I ended up going back to High Desert in 2007. In 2007, my points dropped back down to a level 3 in 2000, almost 2010. You know, it was the end of 2009. My points went back down, and they ended up sending me to Arnwood. And, and that's when I went to Arnwood, and I think that's where everything started going good for me, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got to feel some of that night yard, and I got to liking it, and that was it, man. You know. So in the 4 yards, you never get them. You never get them night yards, man. So that was something new for me, you know.
Yeah, on the level 4s, if you go out when it's dark, you going out with handcuffs.
Going out with handcuffs, buddy.
Escorted everywhere. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you got this taste of freedom now, man. And so you're starting to see the light, huh? You're feeling like, man, maybe I can go home now, So, how did that work? What did laws change or anything, or you just started getting to the end of your time?
For me, man, 2010, man, I got back with one of my ex, man, and she was the one that mostly changed my life, man.
Yeah.
We ended up getting married in 2014, and from there everything was good. She was telling me, you need to stay away from, the things that we were doing. So, yeah, man. I don't like to talk about it because I won't get emotional. You know what I mean?
It's all good, Oos. No worries.
My wife passed away in 2019.
Rest in peace.
We had our talks, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be out here today.
That's real talk. Man, I love that shit, Oos, because, it was the same thing for me. I was angry at the world, man. But if it wasn't for my family, still continuing to love me and support me, man, I don't know what I would have done. So, man, your wife sounds like a blessing, an angel that came just in time. She came just in time, man. Bless her soul, man. Serious. But that's good shit, man. And so you start programming, you get ready to go home. You do about almost 30 years. So what's that like, man? You go to a board and they decide?
Yeah, I was supposed to be out a long time ago, man. I started going to board in 2002. 2002, I went to my first board. I walked up in there. I was in that desert at the time. I walked in there and asked them, hey, how long this gonna take? Because I don't even want to be in this motherfucker. They looked at me and told me, man, get the hell out of here, man. So what I mean. At that time, my thinking and all that was I wasn't right at the time, man. I didn't care about nothing or anybody, man.
Yeah. You ain't the only one, Oos, man. I remember being on the yard and one of the older Usos, he is a lifer. And I was like, hey, Oos, don't you got bored today? Nah, man, fuck them. I ain't going. He was like, he said, they ain't gonna do nothing for me. But, I get it, man. We all was in there, man. When you got that life sentence, man, it's hard to have hope, man. And that's why that's why I said, man, your wife was a blessing, Oos, man, because I needed that in my life too, with my family, my kid. So, yeah. So you go to board and they decide to release you, man. And so you get released in what year?
I got just last year. I just got out last year in September.
September 2020, man.
I got found suitable in May, and it took me close to 5 months, for them to sign up on my papers.
Congratulations, man. So what was it like? I remember paroling that day. I'll never forget. But for you, what was it like, after that so long when you go dress out? Tell us about that, how that experience is, dress out and leaving.
For me, man, that feeling, man, I was going through some stress waiting for the governor to sign off on my paper, man. A month went by, 2 months went by, 3 months went by, and I haven't heard nothing. I was hearing people's dates getting taken, and the governor taking their dates, and I was over there, man. He's gonna take my date, man. So it came the 4th month, I was still waiting, and like a week later, counselor called me in, and they said that the governor sign off on your paper, man. You going home? Oh, man, I was like, I didn't even know what to say, man. I almost cried in the counselor's office, man. I didn't want to do that, man.
Hell yeah.
That feeling, man, you know, that feeling that
Yeah.
you're actually gonna go home and see your family. You know, it was a good feeling. The only thing for me, man, uh, it wasn't like a good feeling for me, man, because my wife wasn't there to be there, man,
Yeah.
to see me out. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
talked about it a lot, man, and yeah, I was kind of lost when I first came out. I was lost, man. You know, because me and her had plans, and you know what we were gonna do, but you know, what I mean, yeah, I'm getting to it now, man. You know,
Yeah.
I still miss her. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But, you know,
She did what she wanted to do, though. She got you home, man. You're home, and
yeah,
she's happy now, Oos, man. I'm telling
yeah.
you, man. So that's good shit, man. And sometimes blessings come like that, man. They just come in our lives for a moment, and then they leave us. But then, man, they leave us with something to remember for the rest of our lives, and
Yeah.
something that keeps us going. So good shit, Oos. So you were nervous. You get out. Okay, so you get out and you're in the free world. You're in the fresh air now on the other side of the gates, man. What's the first thing you do? Do you go eat? What did you
Man,
do?
when I first got out, man, it was my nephew, my niece, my my sister, and my brother-in-law, man. And when I first seen them, man, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I was out, man. Uh, the first time hugging them, and you know, outside of the gates. You know what I mean? I wanted to get out and kiss the ground, man. I said that to myself when I
Yeah,
was sitting in you know, in R&R. I said, man, when I get out of this red, man, I'm gonna get down and kiss the ground. I didn't get to do that. You know, just by seeing my families, my sibling and her husband and my nephew and my niece, man. I don't know, man. That was the best feeling in the world, man. You
best
know?
feeling in the world. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Did you get something to eat though? I mean, you get yourself some In and Out or something, you know?
Yeah, man. You know, when I first told them, because they asked me what I wanted to eat, I told them I wanted to eat some Popeye.
Uh,
But you know what I mean, but I actually told them, you know what, don't even trip, man. We just go home and you know, and I guess my family was all there making food already, waiting for us to get there, man. So I
Hell
actually got
yeah.
to eat some small food, man, and you know,
That
so
good
it was
home
good,
cooked food.
man. Home
Yeah.
cooked food, man.
You can't beat that, man.
Man, I
Forget them
know.
burgers and fries. Forget that, man. You can't beat that home cooked Samoan food.
Man,
Man, that's good shit,
yeah,
Osa.
that was
I'm
good.
so happy for you, man. So what happened when you woke up the next day? Did it still feel like it wasn't real?
Man, when I woke up the next day, man, I was, you know, man, you know, I get up early. You know how in prison we get up hella early and
I
shit.
still do.
Man, I think I only got like an hour's sleep, and I got up and I was like, I couldn't believe it, man. You know, I couldn't believe it. I was just looking around the room, and I walked out, and I'm like, what the hell am I? You know, I'm so used to the cells and stuff, man. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
stayed out in themselves for like close to 30 years, man. You know, I wasn't used to walk around that early, you know, around a big area, you know. I was
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
walking to the door and walking back to your, you know, to the table when you got the TV on, man. You
Yep.
know, but yeah, it was weird for me at first, man. You know.
Yeah, man. I'm happy you home, Moose, man. That's good shit. Yeah, I damn near had to slap myself, man, the next day.
Man,
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. Yeah, I was feeling my pillow in my bed. I was like, man, what
man.
the hell? Right now, though, you're in a halfway house, a transition home.
Yeah, right now I'm actually doing this you know, doing this interview with you in the garage in the halfway house where I'm at right now.
That's right.
Uh I just finished talking to my pro officer right now. I'm supposed to get my transfer to San Bernardino. you know, and he told me my transfer's already in. He's just waiting for the paperwork to come back. So hopefully I'm out of here tomorrow, man. So,
Man, that's good. That's good. You're gonna go back with the fam then, man. I'm happy for you.
I'm gonna go stay with my baby sister, man.
Man, you know? That's good, Oos. Okay, so we went through the prison, we out, you know what I mean, man, congratulations. So what's your plans for now? So I mean, like, you know, what do you plan on doing now that you're home? I know you want to spend time with family, maybe just start getting your life straight, but you know, do you have any other plans?
You know, my plan is just to stay focused, you know, stay focused. What I need to do is stay out, you know.
Yep.
You know, right now, you know, I'm working, you know, a little part-time with the homeboy industry. You know, yeah, that's about it, bro. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm also doing this this movement with the Usos, man. And, this movement is a real positive thing for us, man. You know, because you know all the Usos that are coming together out here. You know, it's all from different neighborhoods. You know, and not just from Clippy, from Cocos, you know, but from every sets, man. You know, and the main Uso sets at that. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm loving that, man. I'm loving that we're pushing that movement to you know, to better ourselves, man, and working and try to work with the youth. You know, we're trying to change that mentality that we had, you know, from back then, and try to talk some sense to these kids out here. You know, if we could have 1, 2 kids, that's good for me, Zole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have nobody out there at that time to help us out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're just going with the flow back then. If we would have had Usos like us talking to us back then, it would have been different. And that's the message all of us Usos are doing right now. Other than trying to fight each other, we're trying to come together and, you know, and work with this youth out here, man. That's, you know, if we could do it in prison, I know we could do it out here.
Right.
You know?
Right. Hey, you did 30 years in prison, man. That's why you really trying to help out the youth, man. You don't want them to go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all listening out there, man. So this movement, what is it called again?
It's called the Fall Movement. It's OUTTA Oso. You know, in English it's called the Gatherings of Brothers. You know, and that's the movement we're pushing out there. You know, so you know, it's a positive thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's about us giving back to our community. You know,
Right.
then you know, back then we were taking from our community. Now we're trying to give back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and by doing that, you know, it's not only helping out the youth, but helping everybody. You know what I mean? Helping out our elders, helping out whoever needs help. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean?
That's right, Oos. So before we wrap this up, you know, if there's any more you want to talk about the movement, you can. But I always ask my guests, is there anything that, you know, you took from your experience that you can tell someone today who is watching you, someone like one of the youngsters who are caught up, you know, give them some advice? And what would you say to that person right now, or to your younger self right now?
For me, just ask yourself, man. Ask yourself and think. You know what I mean? Think before, you know, you're gonna make that decision. You know that you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison. You know, before you even go out and carry a gun, pick up a gun and shoot somebody, tell yourself, man, is it worth it? Because it's not. You know, I regret every moment that, you know, of it because, you know, not being here for my family, you know. I missed all the years, you know, with my nephew and nieces, you know, and I even, you know, I haven't got to start a family, man. I'm old, you know what I mean? You know, if I didn't do the thing that I did back then, I probably would have had a gang of kids and you know, have a family myself, man. So, you know, for you guys out, you know, for the youngsters out there, man, just think, man. Think before you make that decision, pick up that gun and go do something stupid. Because it's not worth it, man. And if you go to prison, you better be prepared because it ain't the same. You know what I mean? It ain't the same. You know, you could be hard out here, but when you go to prison, you're gonna have to earn your stripes. You know what I mean? And by earning them stripes,
you're gonna have to do what you don't want to do.
You don't have to do. Yep. You know what I mean? So I mean, think. You know what I mean? Just think, man.
Yeah.
Think before you go out and do something stupid, man. And that's what we're trying to, you know, to tell the kids out here, man. It's prison, and you know, you think you see your homies, you see, you know, your uncles, you know, them go to prison, you seen that shit is cool. That shit ain't cool. You know, you know, you missing your loved ones and all that stuff. That's,
yep.
You know,
yep. That's
your
real.
family, your family come first. You know.
Yes, sir.
You go to prison, man. Your homies get you after a couple of years, but your family always gonna be there. You know what I mean? So just remember that, man.
That's deep. That's real talk, man. Y'all hear that, man, from a real OG here, man. So basically what the Usos telling y'all, man, think before you react, man. Don't work always on emotions. You might get angry about something, man, but take the time to think about it because that one decision could alter your whole life and a lot of people's lives. And remember that what you do to yourself, your loved ones feel it too. So you're punishing them along with yourself. All right, man. That's good shit, Ma Uso, man.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate you coming on, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Stay the fuck out of trouble.
Yes, sir.